Yeah, I'm really concerned about it because all of the family and all of the smells, you walk into the house, their whole family's there, and there's going to be lots of food and lots of carbs, which is my weakness, and the sweets and the candies, and all of that is wrapped up in the holidays and celebrating. How am I going to get through it? I don't know. I'm really concerned and a little bit dreading it. Hi, if this is the first time that you've been to my channel, thanks for stopping by. I talk about my experiences since I have been eating a carnivore diet since the middle of January 2023. I mostly just eat beef, maybe a little bit of bacon, eggs, and butter. I do have some dairy with heavy cream and a little bit of cheese. I don't have heavy cream or cheese every single day. I use that a little bit more sparingly. The reason I started eating a carnivore diet was in January. I had some type of reaction to food, and after living with chronic autoimmune illness from the time I was 23 until I was about 38, I just didn't want to spiral back down into, another autoimmune illness. And so I researched elimination diets, and I was eventually led to the information that Michaela Peterson talks about with her own experience. And I thought, well, I'll do this for 14 days, 2 weeks. And one thing led to another, and 2 weeks turned into 30 days. And then at 30 days, I felt a lot better, and my system was starting to flush out a lot of inflammation, because that's what I really have the most trouble with, is inflammation. Plus, after I turned 40, I gained a lot of weight, and I just could not get rid of it. I could not lose weight to save my life, I felt like, literally. So I was just tired of being overweight and not feeling like I could not lose weight without, a really restrictive calorie restriction method. And I found carnivore because of going down the rabbit hole of elimination diets, and then it led me to the carnivore diet. And carnivore diet has changed my life. After struggling with chronic autoimmune illness and middle-age weight gain, carnivore diet has been a game changer for me. It has changed my life. It has reduced my inflammation, any issues of autoimmune issues that I was dealing with, the change in hormones as you age, especially if you're a woman, facial rosacea, some inflammation in my eye, and then middle-aged weight gain. I'd gained a lot of weight when I turned 40. I started gaining weight right before I turned 40, and then I just kept gaining weight. And I never had a good handle on what would work. If I did lose a little bit of weight, I would always gain it back, because it was always, a diet with an end date. Once I was on carnivore diet for about 60 days, 90 days for sure, I knew that it was now my lifestyle. It was just the way I eat. The first holiday that's coming up is Halloween, which is all about the candy. My kids are older, and they won't be, they're not young, they're not going to dress up. And we do still keep some candy in the house and some junk food. So I don't think I'm going to struggle as much. I'm not dreading Halloween as much as I am some of the other holidays that are coming up. There's not a lot of family ties in Halloween. And like I said, we still do have some junk food in our house, and I have no problems abstaining and not eating it. Thanksgiving, a little bit more concerned, because, it's all of in my family, we grew up eating, my grandmother would make all of the food. She would start, the week, she'd start on Monday, maybe even Sunday, and she would make the pie crusts and things like that. And we were not, she took care of everything. I miss Nanny. And so we had green beans, and we'd have a vegetable plate, and we all love that. But really my favorite part of Thanksgiving were all the carbs, the mashed potatoes, the dinner rolls, and it was all homemade, and it was delicious. In the years since Nanny has passed, my mom and her sisters would have taken over those roles. So it's going to be difficult because, you know, my entire family will be together, and all of those smells and all of that delicious food, comfort food, you know, that was always comfort food. It's going to be a little trickier to, you know, abstain from those. And so I'm going to be, you know, give myself a little grace. And if there's something that I eat that's, you know, off plan that I don't normally eat, it's like, well, it's one time in a year. You know, I have I have reached my goal weight. I'm happy with my weight. I just think that, you know, that one might be a little tricky, but the one that I'm really dreading, since it's my first year as a carnivore eating this way, because I never go off plan. I don't ever eat food that is not, you know, carnivore, because I can control my environment enough. You know, I don't go to places often that will trigger me. I have gotten used to just walking right past the baked goods. We don't go to restaurants that we used to go to that, you know, don't serve that much meat. You know, we just don't go to places very often. I'm not around it very often. My family eats, you know, my kids are very dirty keto. My husband's ketovore deal, eats ketovore, carnivore. So it's a controlled environment. And then when I go out into the wild, that's when, you know, the problems can happen. So I attribute that to the reason that I haven't slipped up very much. I did have a slip up for me. I told myself when I went out to dinner with some friends that I would have a glass of wine. But that turned into more than one glass of wine, and I did slip up. And while I paid the price and had, you know, felt and lived with the repercussions of that, I learned from that. That's another reason I'm a little concerned about Christmas, because Christmas is more about, you know, for us and my family, it's more like appetizers and baked goods, Christmas cookies, and the traditions that we do surrounding that. And so I'm more concerned with Christmas because it's a little bit more of a celebration with, you know, wine, and because I just can't moderate wine. But for the first time in my life, I know what I can do to get right back on track. The next time I eat some meat, eat a hamburger, eat a hamburger patty with some bacon. I used to scour the internet and memes for, okay, do this if you want to lose weight. Put cinnamon in your coffee. It helps your blood pressure. It helps this. Try this trick and this tip. You know, drink your water first, eat your veggies first. And nothing like that ever worked for me. And now I don't need any of those types of tips and tricks, because I know all I have to do is eat some meat. The next time I'm hungry, eat some meat. So that is the plan for the upcoming holidays. Like I said, this is my first time going through the holidays with a carnivore diet. It will be new territory for me. I know that I'm going to manage it, and I know because I have a plan, and I know that I may fall off track. I'm going to extend myself grace. I know exactly what I can do, and that's the first time in my life that I can say that. I would always have a lot of dread because, like, you know, I don't have to restrict myself with carnivore. I can eat when I'm hungry, and I can eat what I want, and I can eat when I want. Leave me some comments about what your plan is for the upcoming holidays. Is it going to be, are you dreading it? Are you concerned? Or are you an expert and you know what you can do? But I appreciate you watching the video. I'm going to pop up some videos, a suggestion of a video here or here. I don't know. It'll be somewhere. But again, thanks for watching, and I hope you'll come back to my channel. Bye.